UFC 258 is Saturday, February 13th from the UFC Apex in Las Vegas and streaming live on pay-per-view through ESPN Plus. Jillian Robertson of South Florida is part of this big card, which does not get any bigger than the main event. UFC Welterweight Champ Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare Usman, against rising star Sanford MMA, South Florida, Gilbert, Burns. Burns is 19-3, including winning his last 6 fights. Thank you, Gilbert. What does this big fight mean to you?
Man, it means a lot to me. It means confirmation of a life of working hard, and it's about to go down Saturday night. Put a lot of work, earning that spot. Making a lot of work, a lot of sacrifice, getting short notice fighting, beating legends in Brazil, here in Las Vegas, short notice, and then finally made to the championship fight. And I'm very excited, and I cannot wait. And I do believe I'll be the champion. I'll be the one holding that belt Saturday night. After a great war, I do believe I'm going to be the champion.
Gilbert, biggest fight of your career? This fight, Gilbert, this fight, being that it is the biggest fight of your career, it was postponed twice for various reasons. And I'm just curious, how frustrating was it that the fight kept getting postponed? And did you think, oh, geez, when the heck are we going to be able to do this?
Yeah, for sure. I was very frustrated. The fight, first it was not my fault, but it wasn't meant to be when they got the COVID. And I saw that was the one of the worst moments of my life, when I got so frustrated with the call with the UFC saying that that's positive, they're going to retest me, and then that's positive again. That was a crazy news. But then when the Masvidal lost that fight, Kamaru beat Masvidal, was still okay, still might be next. Then I give that confirmation, and they give me a couple of dates, nothing signed, but was a little frustrated, but I talked to my coach, and we put a lot of different time and a lot of different aspects to make sure I keep evolving. So first I got very strong, I put a lot of more strength, did a lot of strength training with my guys at IGP, made sure I was matching Kamaru's power. And another thing, I was putting a lot of work on my jiu-jitsu, make sure my jiu-jitsu was super sharp, and my boxing, my hands got quicker, got better, a lot of new combos, southpaw too. And that's it. That's how I was kind of killing my anxious, my anxiety, putting a lot of small goals in between. And that's it. And then eventually they make that day, February 13th. And but I still just got relaxed when I see the contract on my email. And then I was like, okay, now we're fighting. And we're here right now, so everything paid off, because I put a lot of new work, even when I had no idea when the fight would be. I kept working hard, put a lot of new goals, and we're here right now. We was a little frustrated, but we're here now.
That's right. We put the frustration behind and just go and get ready for this huge, big fight, which is going to be so awesome. Gilbert, when you're training for a fight like this, and it's against someone, he had trained at Sanford MMA, you were at Blackzilians, I believe Hard Knocks 365. So obviously the story's out. You guys know each other very well. When something like that happens and you're going into a fight against someone like that, do you think about, or your coaches think about, hey, I wonder if he's going to try something different because I know him very well?
Yeah, I do believe he will try something different. I do believe, and especially going to a coach that's a little bit more as a boxing coach, like Trevor Whitman is more as a boxing guy, and then I do believe he might throw a little bit more hands, maybe, hand speed, a little bit more angles to a little, I don't know. I do believe he'll bring something new. But how many new things can you put in a couple months, I don't think it's so much. I do believe in new little things, but I don't believe it's that much things. And but on the other hand, for me, was great to working with a lot of teammates that know your opponent game very well as you do. Because I got one good-looking Kamaru, and then I got another 4 guys that got good-looking Kamaru, and one's a good wrestler. They say, oh, he's good. Another one's a grappler. They say, oh, you can catch him. You catch him here before. And another one that's striking. They say, bro, you can catch him here, these there. So it was great to work with my team that know him very well. To not only me know him, I work with the team that know him very well. So I believe I'm very well prepared for this fight because of that.
And I also want you to credit who coached you, who has been coaching you and coached you for this particular fight. And I even saw on your, I think it was on your Twitter, Gilbert, that the Belforts came in and you talked to them and discussed things with them. And I just wanted to know your coaching for this fight and also some of the people that have helped you to get ready for this fight.
So my coach, I work with the same coach that I do. I work with Henry Hooft. Not a lot strategically for Kamaru, but I still work with Henry Hooft a lot through this camp, normal, but not doing strategy, because we used to do a lot of strategies too, but we just work with Henry. I work with Coach Greg Jones, he's here with me. I work with my coach from Brazil, Daniel Evangelista from Sanford MMA, he's here. Vicente Luca will be here on my corner again, and I work a lot with Logan Strawley. I had a boxing coach for this camp too, Kevin Gleason, and all my team. I have a big team with a lot of great guys. I had the opportunity to work in the whole camp with a great wrestler. He's from Bellator, from our team, Logan Strawley. He was there with me all the time, and usually, to be honest, I didn't train much. I worked with the same amount of coach to just have an extra boxing coach. And working a lot more with Logan Strawley and Wagner Russia. That was it.
What about the Belforts coming out and being with them?
Yeah. Belfort, I don't know if you know, but he was my mentor. He still is my mentor. He was the guy that helped in my transition from Jiu-Jitsu to MMA. That's how I got to MMA, was from Peter. And I cornered him multiple times. Right after that fight with Anderson Silva, when he fought Yoshihiro Yakiyama, when he fought Anthony Johnson, when he fought Michael Bisping, when he fought Luke Rockhold, when he fought Dan Henderson, and when he fought Chris Weidman. All that fights, I was on his corner. And always, until I was my first amateur fight, I was 1-0 in amateur fights. And until I become 10-0 in the UFC, 10-0 in my career, 3 UFC fights, Vitor was all in my corner. Those first fights that I had in my career, Vitor was on my corner. Then he left the Blackzilians, but now he's training at Sanford with us again, and he's been helping me. He helped me in my fight with Damian Maia. He was the one that, he's like a guru. He said, throw the left hook, you're going to land it. So I throw the left hook and knocked out Damian Maia. He was the one that told me to throw the overhand right, countering Tyron Woodley. That was the one that I knocked down Woodley. And he's been helping in and out a lot. The guy is a freaking encyclopedia of MMA, knows so much that I love to work with him. Every time that he shows up on the gym, I try to learn from him. Every time that Tyron Spong go for the gym, I try to learn from him. So that's a natural feeling that I have. Those guys are legends, and I got to take advantage and learn from these guys.
That is so cool and just awesome. Hey, your brother Herbert, do you work with him too? Do you guys help each other?
Yeah, for sure. He's my brother. He's my little brother. Helped me a lot. He helped me a lot too. He was in Brazil for a while. He was back. He's just getting shapey again. He's really looking to get another fight. He didn't help me so much in this camp because Kamaru is very long, not too much as a jiu-jitsu guy. I didn't use him so much on this camp. I use him more on the Daniel Maia fight. I use him a lot. But for this fight, he still helped me a lot, but he didn't help me in particular so much for Kamaru Usman's fight,
And we're going to wrap this up, and thank you so much for the time. I'm wondering, who's the better grappler, Gilbert or Herbert?
So this one I got to give my brother. He's so talented, so long, so strong, and this one I got to give to Herbert. But I'm more aggressive. I'm more freaking gorilla style, and he's more relaxed, more skill set than I am. I'm combining the wrestling, the aggressiveness, the strength. He's way more technical than I am.
That's awesome. And last question, I'll make it quick. Hey, are you into classic cars at all? I know your father, I read that your father would repair cars and work on cars, and I'm just curious if you're a car guy, if you know how to work on cars, and if you like classic cars.
I do like classic cars. My dad loved cars. And then the thing is, with my daddy, we used to kind of like remove and renew the interior of the car. He's not a mechanic. We still have a mechanic guys at home. That's how we kind of make money at home, because my dad kind of rent a place at home for a mechanic. But we used to have a tire. We used to fix the tires in the interior of the cars. Like if the guy come with a scratch on the seat, so we kind of that was the work that we were doing, changing the seat. Putting in new things on the seat, a new cover. That's more specific what we were doing. But I do like cars.
UFC 258, Gilbert Burns going for the championship in the main event against Usman. Thank you so much, Gilbert.
You're welcome, brother. Have a good one, and make sure you tune in.